types, they do not fit me, I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs, I'm not a guard, go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part like I'm LeBron. Wings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well, not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clipper D. Yeah.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Cleveland Browns. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go!
Wentz going to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork.
They will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Mayfield on play action. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 38 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
These two teams all tied after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Get the ball.
Throwing is Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Here we go. Back. Ready? Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this?
On first down, they run with Howard. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
He finds Beckham complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, Evan. Let me what you got. What you got? Give me some.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Joseph now to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 20.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. This time they stay on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mayfield running the option right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Landry, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. That makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Regular. Alert.
Mayfield. By Buying time to his left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On third down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Step accurately, throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Mayfield down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Wentz. An interception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Sproles. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And this is caught by Jackson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Wentz going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Chubb on the counter, running right through him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. And the Browns 1st down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
180. Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Play fake. Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Mayfield to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
20!
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go. Ready?
Watch the run.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Callaway on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Howard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 11 yards there, first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Wentz now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down now. It's Howard, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Go. Waiting. Watch the screen. Pass. Check.
On 1st down, Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line and linebacker. 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Lutz now to kick this one away.
Come on, fellas. Here we go. Whoooooo! All day, dog. Hatchet.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man, that's trash.
To throw is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Running with Howard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Howard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Go. 180. 47. No chance. Be ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
6 man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 22 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Shotgun now for Breeze. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Let's go. Do it.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Going to give this time to the tailback. Howard has the 1st down and then some. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now it's Sproles. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Here we go. 280.
47. Let's go. Let's get this.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Go. 180.
Check. 47. 3 buds.
They'll try again with Howard. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Man up, D.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the second half with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here we go. 120.
Check, 47. All you get is a header.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I got you, pump. Check. Lucky.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw it. Wentz forced out to his left. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Wentz now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brees. To the right side and complete to Washington. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Brees now on first down. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Opposite. Rush in.
Brees now. And Cook has it, left side. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brees now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Brees again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Brees. Fletcher Cox in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
He's coming. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Fletcher Cox make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Switch. Easy, opposite.
Breeze going to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, kill.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick-6. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
5-9. Mike's 47. I know he ain't got it. Watch that. You're good. I full. Ready.
To throw is Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Well, this is caught by Ginn. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it.
20. Mike, 47. So we got man.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They LA they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard. line.
Get ready.
At their own 29-yard line.
Go. Ready.
Check, 47. Exit.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Out to his left. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Again to Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, 39 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the handoff, this is Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Wentz. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Wentz going to throw. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. And complete to Zach Ertz. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now Wentz will keep it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Wentz now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wentz. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Check, 47. What we got?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jalen Mills. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Ertz has it left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They go with Howard again. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Howard. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Wentz now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 28 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now wins. Screen pass to Sproles. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, they run with Howard. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude.
They'll keep it on the ground. Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, 104 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
From the 44, Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Jackson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Howard, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Eagles.
Here we go, pack man. 280! Sunday! Recon, 132 fighter!
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up.
All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though.